Let us sit now in the Divine Presence as we prepare our mind in a prayerful way. A prayerful preparation means to slow everything down momentarily. Then let us feel that deep within us is that eternal principle, is that same principle that we can catch outside the body also. Let us tune into that. That is pure existence and pure knowledge and infinity. What we mean by pure existence is pure reality. Even though we may have spent the day in seemingly concrete things, on close examination, these are now memories. We can recall at will any event, not only in this day, but also in previous times, yesterday, even the day before, even last week, perhaps even last year, and maybe go right way back. Let us say to our first holiday. It seems that time goes in some kind of linear fashion from some events of the past and something in the future, and those in the past were at some time the present. And the train of events about to happen will come into the stage of the present. But is it really like that? Or is it only our perception? Things that come and things that go cannot be termed permanent. Things that appear and disappear cannot be enduring. Let us put ourselves in a witness position that is able to review all of those memories from the past, all of those new moments streaming into our consciousness. Let us greet each moment like a welcome guest. Let us make sure that we understand that we are seated in this present moment, on this very ground. The place where you are sitting is holy ground. Let us try to feel the sanctity of where we are seated, the sanctity of that essential witness that sits within, and the sanctity of the place and the room in which we are seated, and having maybe lit a lamp, an incense stick perhaps decorated the shrine with flowers. We have made this place where we sit holy ground. But even before that, it was holy ground. Wherever we are at this moment is holy ground. And if this is the case, because the divine presence is here and now, with this awareness we can relax. We can let go. No expectation is necessary. We can await the divine to reveal its plan for us. This presence is infinite, not bounded, no end for it. And that infinity manifests itself through us. It has done so today as our activity, whatever we did. It is present as the work assigned to us today. And that way, work may not necessarily have been of our choosing. But if instead of kicking against the pricks of life, we can remember that that God is working out its plan on earth, in earth, and that we are here only to show and display and bring forth its glory. And this glory will be not limited or confined. It will have no end. Because it is the expression of the infinite, and it manifests infinitely. And so this existence is here, amidst all the things that change. And this understanding and knowledge of it, this awareness of it, is also here. A manifestation of this consciousness, this internal knowledge. And this also is infinite. No boundaries, no end, no limitations. Let this completeness that we feel be seen everywhere. In our immediate body surroundings. Let us see it in the region or nation in which we live, and the continent in which we dwell. But let us be more expansive and find out, where do we live? You may say, we live on a planet. But the truth is, our pure nature of existence, knowledge, and infinity dwells everywhere. You may say that because this planet is in a vast environment, vast amounts of space separates our brother planets, and still more to the border of our solar system. This too is our dwelling of existence, knowledge, and infinity. Wherever there is a border, let us know that this essential reality is there beyond it. Let us feel this oneness, this eternal presence. Let us tune our energy into it. Let us do away with all the borders, bodily, conceptually, in all these forms. Let them all drop away so that we feel the presence of this existence and this knowledge and this infinity. Let us express the presence of this infinite invisible, at least with a manifested sound of Om. We can repeat it internally along with the sound of a bell. Let us try to follow its reverberation as it goes everywhere. Let this ring of the bell indicate the presence of primordial vibration everywhere. Let us steady our breathing. Our breathing has nothing to do with us. It is this self-completeness in God, not my own self-completeness. It is the wisdom of the eternal divine manifesting and expressing through every single part, body, mind, and everywhere. And it permits breathing and other activities to operate and to feel like an experience by recognizing that oneness with the infinite invisible. Let us now wait. Let us wait for the world to come to us. If we once realize this eternal and internal dimension, this infinite invisible is the real mind of our being, the real soul, the real wisdom, the real love. then we shall also find that everything and everybody will gravitate to that. And our divine activity will be brought to our very door. In this stillness, as we touch this vision of our oneness, this infinite invisible pours its divine good through us. And as it does it, we can feel there is no strain, no struggle, but an unfolding, like little buds that bloom. By standing still, we can enjoy any work that is given us in any day. Each one of us has some kind of work to do today. And if we manage to do it without concern for tomorrow, in the realization that the divine, through the infinite invisible of our being, is ever pouring its essence, its substance, and its bounty into us, then the next day, something else is given us to do. And tomorrow there may be another task, another work, another activity. But nothing can keep our work from us. For when this infinite invisible cause has been realized, its activity can never be impaired or impeded or delayed or hindered. For that God has a way of wiping away every obstruction. Nothing can prevent the fruitage from appearing in our life when its time has come. When that moment comes, the God force will thrust it into expression. The government of all of this is on his shoulder, not ours. And as we listen to that I-ness that is deep within our own being, let us be led by an infinite spirit. Let us behold the hand of God reaching right up through us, in us, coming out into manifestation and placing its glory in our experience as our movement and activity. Let us witness the hand of God within us as it offers up its good, our good coming to us from within us, not from outside, but from that internal space, that internal immortal kingdom which is within us. Not from ourselves, whose breath is in our nostrils, not from man, who would give or withhold, or who could give or withhold, for the hand of God never withholds and never has a limit. Let us be confident that step by step, this infinite divine leads us from one activity to another. Let us be content to be carried. to be filled, to be inspired, to be led. Let us now feel that this divine, I am that which I have been seeking, I already am. And all is embodied within my own being. And it is only necessary for me to let it flow into manifestation. Let us feel that nothing can be added to me, nothing can be taken from me, and I can do all things through that infinite invisible in the form of my chosen ideal. And that strengthens me. Let us assert, I live, yet not I. That it is really that divine living in me and as me. And it is that beloved form of God that performs those things which are given me to do. And I am that center of God being through which God pours its infinite good to this universe. So this divine is using me as its instrument. And my only purpose on this earth is to bear witness to this divine glory, to this divine greatness, and to this divine infinity, to show forth God's divine handiwork. That divine is my mother, is my father, is my environment, is my inheritance. This I that I am is not limited by any personal sense of consciousness, subconsciousness, superconsciousness. It is limited only to whatever limitations are imposed upon it. And since God is infinite, there are no limitations. All that the universal consciousness is pouring itself into me. Let go. Allow this divine to flow into you. Assert, flow into me, through me, and out into this vast world. I am come that ye might be fulfilled, and I go to prepare a place for you. I go that I of my being, that divine I, prepares the way. My heavenly mother and father know that I have need of these things, and it is their good pleasure to give them to me. Not to make me struggle, not to make me strive, not to make me fight or labor, beg or plead. My good is mine by right of divine inheritance. So let us arise and awake this evening with confidence, rejoicing in whatever work is there this evening and tomorrow. And whatever that work is, I do it, not to earn a living, or in the sense of performing some onerous duty, but with joy and gladness, I let it unfold as the activity of God expressing through me. Let us feel this infinite invisible as the source and fount of our good. And as we do this, feel that it flows. And just as we place our complete reliance on the divine presence within, we become that point through which God shines to the world. Feel that this is so. Feel that you willingly accept your role as a channel through which good finds an outlet to the world. All the Godhead pours out from us to those who do not yet know about their conscious oneness with God. And spiritual man rests in his conscious union with God and lets the infinity of good manifest. Never does he seek, desire, or want. He stands and serves.